I want to share something with you actually. I think it's important I do. If I don't share this, well, I'll feel selfish, I'll feel greedy, and I'll just feel like I'm doing a disservice to my followers. You guys are so loyal to me, you've helped me so much to grow in the past 4 years as a teacher with the honest feedback. You guys all support my good work, point me out if something isn't right, which I love, and it helps me to become a better teacher. I just watched an Alan Watts video. It was so hard hitting. Oh my goodness, it inspired me to do this video and to speak about more things that can help you guys, right? I'm excited, let me just try and get this out. It happens sometimes when I get excited, I get my words. This happens if you're a natural introvert who's become extroverted. You get excited, you go in your head a bit. You guys would know, that's why you come to me. All right, so basically Alan Watts in the video had spoken about waking up. Now, if you don't know what that means, basically waking up means finding your authentic self. It means being who you really. Let me use normal language for people that are normal in society, because you guys might not be with me on this. I've got a feeling most of you understand what I'm talking about, but just for viewers that maybe not ready on that sort of spiritual language, basically waking up means, let's say for example you're insecure, how I used to be, or you've got social anxiety, you're nervous around people, you just can't be yourself. Waking up would be going through that transition from being insecure to becoming really secure. But I had an awakening, I'm sure you guys know, a few months ago when I put that video up, The Frightened Man, and I've spoken about, I had a few father issues in the past that sort of crept up on me, and it affected me because I've been doing lots of teaching, lots of personal development, which I love. But I think I got to an interesting point, and I'm going to recite what Alan Watts talks about because I'm excited. I can't get the words out today. So he said, when a person's ready to wake up, they'll wake up. They'll go to a guru, they'll go to a teacher. And he's talking in, I think he's using metaphors or proverbs, whatever you call it, but it spoke to me so much, especially because I went to a teacher and I'm a teacher myself. And he said, you'll go to a teacher and obviously you'll ask for help, you'll say I need help, and the teacher will say, oh, come off it, you know, who are you trying to kid, you know who you are. In other words, the teacher's saying, stop feeling sorry for yourself, stop playing victim, and be who you are. Be who you are in every sense of the word. So if you were saying, I can't meet women, you know, women don't find me attractive, I can't get laid, I can't get a girlfriend, and someone's saying, stop bullshitting me, you know, come on, don't feel sorry for yourself, work on your fashion, practice being confident. What I get guys to do, bring out your authentic self, and you'll meet those women. Those women are always there, they've always been ready when you're ready, but you're not ready yet. You're not working on your insecurities, your ego is giving you a false identity, and you've been playing that false identity so long, so well, you've practically won an Oscar award for it, but you're suffering on the inside. You're suffering because you know deep down, you're not even deep down, you know you're not being yourself. And even if people can't tell, it doesn't really matter, because you live with it every day. You live with that feeling of just feeling distrust, dishonesty, guilt, pain, sometimes jealousy. So Alan Watts says the guru gives you what you want. He puts you through a period of suffering, a training wheel, or he devises little tricks and methods until you can't take it no more. You go through so much suffering and pain, you say, oh, I've had enough, and you wake up, and that's the most beautiful thing that happened to me. It was such a beautiful experience, but it was so frightening as I was going through it. And I know many people are awake, lots of teachers, don't have to be a teacher to be awake, lots of people in society, they've done stuff like ayahuasca. I didn't go that route, psychedelics. Some people do meditation. I think some people can have awakenings. I've heard people have awakenings, just went out one day, clean their garden and have an awakening. My one had to come through, my one was different. I think everyone's journey is different. It will just suit their own psychology, your own sort of beliefs. My one came through deep introspection, personal development, obviously getting laid, doing the street stuff, meeting Floyd, going off after meeting Floyd, learning it myself, coming across to pick up stuff. It was a combination of many things, but through that whole period, I was always trying to find my authentic self. And even when I first started to be a teacher, I was still asleep in that sense. You know, I taught 4 years ago what I knew then, what was true to me then, and there was still a lot of relevance in it. People got good results, but now I really woke up, because I always just felt like something wasn't right, even when I was getting laid lots, and even when I was bad, you know, when I sort of fell out of alignment, as they'd say 4 years ago, when I cheated on my girlfriends and felt incredibly guilty, and I felt like a sleazebag, to be honest, I have to be honest. And then I really started working on my integrity in other areas of my life, and I just, that really helped me to wake up. So the waking up is, for me, there's different words people call it. Some people say they felt God come into their life. I felt like God come into my life. Some people say they just feel spiritually aligned, they feel connected, they feel confident. There's different words people use, but it's the same thing. And you know when you have a spiritual awakening, because Alan Watts says, I think he calls it Satori in Buddhism, if that's the right word. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he says you laugh, and I did a lot of laughing after, a lot of crying as well. He talks about that, but there's a lot of joy. The crying isn't like feeling sorry for yourself, it's more joyous, all that pain, years of pain that you've been hiding. And Alan Watts says, we do it to ourselves. We blame outside externally, my mum, my dad, or it's my brother, or my friend, or my girlfriend, but really it's nothing to do with other people. Obviously, people affect us if they've been unkind to us, but it's ourselves that keeps us asleep, and we can wake up any time. And that's why before, when I watched one of Jeff's videos, that was really good, when he said, we are the Guru, we are the one breath, we are God, we are it, but we just, that's what Alan Watts says, we are playing that we're not it. And Alan Watts says when we pretend that we're not it, we stay asleep. So we don't get the relationship we want with the woman we want, we don't get the job we want, the house. We don't be ourselves. It's, when you think about it, it's really frightening to think that people can go their whole lives and die never being themselves. I mean, that hurts me to know that. And I'm lucky that I woke up, I had a spiritual awakening at, I think, 32. I'm 32 now, a few months back. But to be honest, I think my awakening started in my early 20s when I was, just sort of built up the brand Johnny Berber, and I was getting good and I was teaching. I was waking up slowly, but the final trough, because it was like peaks when it just, I had a breakdown, I couldn't socialise for 2 months. I was petrified, full of fear, couldn't look people in the eye, I couldn't meet my family. I didn't understand what was going on, but I realised it was, I think I had very big ego, especially from all my achievements, teaching, meeting women. I didn't become famous, that was a shock to the system. So I suppose in a sense, my awakening was a lot harder than it could have been. You guys are lucky in a way, you're blessed, because you've got me to put the work out. And that's really my job as a teacher, is to wake people up, connect them to God, connect them to love, connect them to their authentic self. I'll use normal language again for people that understand what it means. My videos are to help people to build their confidence socially, so they can be attractive with women, they can, everything they want to do in their life. That when you get that internal connection, it will make so much sense to you. If it doesn't make sense now, don't worry. I reckon this video is like ongoing. This will help you a little bit ahead of your journey. But I think one of you probably going to watch this video now and go, oh my God, like, wow, how did Johnny know this? This is me, this has happened. So Alan Watts says there's different periods we're at as people, as a collective consciousness or human beings. And some of us are, he said some of us are asleep, pretending that we don't know it. So we know that something's not wrong. So we're basically not being ourselves. That would be if you've got social anxiety, or you might not have social anxiety, but you've got anxiety, just anxiety. Some people are, and I like this period, it's exciting. I've got a feeling a lot of you guys are here. It's not being judgmental, it's exciting, it's me educating you, helping you wake up. Some people are fantasizing on the idea of waking up, so they're looking into it. So like you guys do, watching my videos, going to seminars, you might take a boot camp, you go out and practice, you get some good results, it's a great stage. He says, but you're dabbling in waking up, but you're kind of just scratching the surface, you're flirting with it. So it's a great sign. It's like you're building the courage, and that's what I was doing. I was doing that for, even after I met Floyd, and when I went on my own journey, I developed my own style. So the flirting bit is really now where I want to get you guys past through my material. Even if whether or not you take a course with me or not, that's irrelevant. I put this stuff out. I want everyone to do really well who follows me. It makes me feel great. Some people, I get emails all the time saying you've changed my life. So I got a feeling some of you are at that stage by the emails I get from you, the comments on the videos. Don't think I'm not watching. I monitor everything. I can't always respond to everything, but that's not even true in a way. I respond to everything through videos. So you might have sent me a message. Don't be offended and think, why didn't Johnny get back? It's because you can imagine our overwork time. I'm not complaining, I love it. I wish there were more hours in a day. So yeah, Alan Watts was saying that 3 stages. One is you're asleep, which is fine. I was asleep for many years. Most people are in society. Most people will never wake up. And when I say this, I've got to be careful, not being judgmental. I'm not saying, oh, look at me, I've woken up, I'm a spiritually aligned teacher, although that's true, and you're asleep. No, my job as a teacher is to, sorry, no music, is to help people and inspire them. Maybe people that don't even know they need help. So that's why you guys have noticed that my work's improved, I've improved, the results of my student on the course has improved, the 6 weeks programs, guys are just, I just can't tell you the results, it's just shocking. I've got to get a few more client testimonials. I would love to, at some point, I don't know, even I would love maybe Channel 4, the BBC or one of the big stations to film me working with someone and just to see the transformation, just to see the proof. That would be wonderful, that would be great. I've got a feeling something like this is going to happen soon. If there are any networks that are watching this video and are interested in getting in touch with me, please do. I would love to do something like that. And I think these big things are going to come anyway for both of us, for me and for you guys following my stuff. You can guarantee the content's going to get better. So the waking up thing, it is scary. I think everyone's journey can be different, and I've said it before. Some people have used psychedelics. I know people use ayahuasca to wake up. I've never done ayahuasca. That's meant to be really good. Some people do it. The way I did it was just through a lot of personal development, a lot of counselling with a mentor and myself, and through teaching. But yeah, my one was just going through, I really did mine through working with insecurity. Of course, you know, I'm not going to deny that, getting laid with attractive women and really getting that whole, you know, that whole confidence of women knowing that you can, I don't want to be careful now, so I don't want to sound like I'm being arrogant or showing off to anyone, but just so we get to a stage where you know you can get laid whenever you want, pretty much whenever you want. You can just meet women like that, no problem. Of course you get turned down as well, but you just, and then that was one of the things, but I don't recommend just doing that route. I tell all my students, even when I'm teaching, I say, you're not here to get laid, even if you think you are. You're not coming to me for this reason. And usually they're like, yeah, I know. And they know what I mean when I say that. We don't have to go into it, because we're getting into here, that feeling that you have when you walk around every day, the pain, the depression, the guilt, the shame. This is what is, this feeling here, or what you're having, that is your authentic self letting you know you need to wake up, or you know, when you feel like it. But I think you shouldn't rush it, because if you rush it, I kind of I don't know if I rushed mine. I think mine was a natural progression, but I think if you're too hungry for it too quick, you could have a nervous breakdown, which I wouldn't want you to have. And I'm quite lucky, because my nervous breakdown was pretty good. I recovered quick. Some people, you know, really go for a bad one, but I think because I was living quite honestly, my life was quite clean. I had a few naughty things, I told you guys. I wasn't very faithful at a stage in my life, and then I stopped doing that. I became really honest with women, and that healed me a lot, and that just made me recover. And I just started to, I don't know, I've always been pretty clean living anyway, but stuff like being judgmental or being angry, I started to work on that stuff, and just a profound change, incredible. A lot of people, my friends, noticed it in me as well, and obviously you guys can improve my content. But yeah, I was excited, I wanted to share that. Alan Watts, just amazing, man. He's definitely one of the teachers that inspired me to wake up. Many teachers did. There's many events, I guess, but there is a peak point when you just can't deny it. It's just, I never thought I'd be doing a video like this, honestly guys. I didn't believe in this stuff when I was younger. I thought it was for people that were a bit simple in the head and just wanted a way out of life. But it's the most courageous thing you can ever do, is to work on your internal self and just be really honest in your life, and yeah, everything just changes. It's crazy. It's like you're living on a different planet. It's really nice. You just feel pure love. You just connect to it. And of course, we've all felt love before, from our family or with our girlfriend, or when we feel good in moments. But I'm talking, this is a very different feeling. It's deeper, and it's just it doesn't lie. It just feels like this is who you truly are. And before that, you weren't showing it, basically. And that's what my work is about. It's become more clear to me, because I've unconsciously been teaching men how to wake up, and I knew I was doing it, but now I'm more open, and I'm kind of very excited about admitting it. So I always say, guys don't come to me to do the 6 weeks program on the boot camp because they want to get laid in if they think that. The guys come to me because they want to build a relationship with me, not being gay. They don't want to be a gay, I'm not gay, but they want to build a friendship with me, and then they want to transfer that alignment, or that level of trust with me and themselves into every area of their life, and then doing day game is just a bonus, speaking to women. But I think, it's just my opinion, I could be wrong, I think in the dating world there is a lot of stuff that is being taught that is it's good, don't get me wrong, it's very good, it's great for meeting women, it's great for getting you laid, but it isn't helping people to fix their pain and wake up. So eventually they're just you're not going to be happy in your life, and happiness is number one. I said to a guy the other day I met on the street, or today, you could sleep with 25 women this week, and if you wasn't yourself, you would feel shit. And he went, yeah, I know, you're right. Yeah, he goes, I know, I've been doing it a bit. And that's why lots of guys are confused. They'll be saying, oh, my money situation's good, I've got a good job, or I'm getting laid, I've got friends, I'm a sociable guy, but something doesn't feel right in my life. And I know that feeling, I had it. And I just, as a teacher, I'm very intuitive, I'm really good with people. I work with people from all different backgrounds, doctors, lawyers, bankers, creative people, spiritual people, teachers. I sometimes work with people that are more confident than me, but I help them in this area. And I know when people say that, it's because they're not living out of their authentic self. They're living out of an idea of what they think is authentic. That's what Alan Watts says. They're pretending that they don't know they're asleep. They're playing that role very well, but it will get to, as Alan Watts says. And it takes massive amounts of courage. That's why I appreciate everyone who comes to me, does my courses, because I went through it myself. I think that's the reason I'm such a good teacher. I'm able to connect with people, especially men, on such a deep level, because it takes one to know when I've been through it, and it's really exciting. And of course, you don't have to come to me to wake up or go to a teacher. You can do it yourself. But I have to be honest, I think it would take some character to be able to do it by yourself. I think most people need a guru or a teacher as a bit of support, because it is a frightening thing, and it's not something that you just do in one day. Like, guys don't do a boot camp with me, although it's a great experience, and wake up. I mean, they wake up in the sense of they really can see what the capabilities are, the possibilities are. That could be in the form of getting phone numbers, taking a girl for a coffee straight away, or a date. Occasionally guys have got laid after a boot camp, that can happen as well, or just feeling really good at speaking to people, but it's usually a bit more work after the boot camp. And as I said, that's why my long-term coaching is 6 weeks program or 12 weeks program, and that's where sort of the awakening happens during the course. It's a gradual thing, as I said, you're slowly waking up, and you've got to build courage. Your psychology is not stupid. Our psychology is very smart, our biological system, all of our soul, everything, our spirit. It ain't just years of trauma or years of playing a false self. You can't just go bang and undo it. Maybe if you take ayahuasca, because I've heard I've never done it. I can't speak from that experience, but I've done it. This route through personal development. My awakening happened over a number of years, but I believe you can do it quicker, obviously with my help or a teacher. So that's something I really wanted to share with you, and it is such an exciting thing. I'm gonna say to you, it is frightening, it is scary, and I'm not gonna lie and say it isn't scary. It's very terrifying. It may be different for other people. I've spoken to people that have woken up, especially my teachers, and they've said the same thing. Some of them kind of had a nervous breakdown, or just you go through different periods of feeling fear, but the fear does change. You just, as I said, you just feel pure love, excitement. You just want to be kind to everyone. You just want to probably say sorry to anyone that you've hurt in your life. You want to forgive yourself, and it is really an internal cleansing. You get rid of all the guilt you've been carrying, all the shame. You become at peace with yourself, and of course, the effects of that could be getting laid with attractive women effortlessly, doing better in your business. Your whole life changes. I'm going to be straight. Your whole life improves. You just feel good about yourself, and to be honest, there's no amount of money that can buy this. There's no amount of sex. There's no amount of drugs. I definitely don't recommend taking drugs. It's just this spot here. That's why I said some people feel like God's coming to their life, or a spirit, or the universal connection. But it feels right. That's the word I was looking for. Because when you're not awake, it doesn't feel right. When you wake up, it feels right. When you're in the process of waking up, you're in between feeling right, not feeling right. That's why guys or someone say to me, write to me and say, oh, I've watched your videos, it's inspired me, I've been feeling great, but I had a day where I didn't feel really good. Now, I'm not saying when you wake up, you never get a day where you're down. That's not true. Of course, I'm human. but you're consistently more in this place of love, with this connection with yourself and other people, and it's really easy. It just feels easy to connect with people on a very, very genuine, authentic level. And pretty much everything you do, everything you could, I'm talking about, I know it sounds silly, but even making food, writing an email, doing a public talk, teaching, anything you do in your life feels better because it comes from that place of authenticity. That was good, I'm just coming up with this now, this is coming from truth. So everything you do, the simplest thing, I think that's why they say in Zen, after Satori or after an awakening, they use these little like stories like go and make the tea, or they're just about simple things. I think what they're saying is when you wake up you really appreciate life, you really appreciate the simple things, stuff like money, cars. I'm not saying it's not good to chase, because I kind of chase those things myself, but you see the bigger picture, you see that there's no love there, that's not where the love's at. And that's why I say I teach men how to find self-love in themselves, because that's more important than getting laid with 100 models that are tens and using you guys' language. That means nothing for what this feels, to love yourself. It's more important you guys love yourself than you love me or anyone, your family, because once you love yourself, you love your family, you love everyone, you connect with everyone. And it's true what Osho said, you can't give love if you don't have it. But don't be frightened by that. We all have love, we have to access it. So when you're asleep, it's very common to feel guilt, shame, insecurity, to feel not loved, to feel that you can't trust people. It's very common. These are all normal things. And if you're feeling this, you're not strange, you're not an unworthy person, you're not a person who's distrustful. You just need to chip away at the rust and find your authentic self. So I wanted to share that with you. Last thing I wanted to say to you guys as well, because I've been getting a massive more amount of traffic now and work. My business is it's really expanded as I thought. This is an effect of me working on myself and definitely living with a lot more integrity, and just, I've always been honest, but I think going to a deeper level of honesty that I wasn't even aware of. So my business is going much better now, and my teaching has definitely, I'm not going to say it's changed, but I'm going to say there's more depth to it. So in a sense, I've gotten rid of some things, I've refined it, but it seems it's more simple. So on the 6 weeks programs, I am taking guys out, I am still getting them to speak to women, but they're really building a relationship with me. So we might do an hour a day game or an hour and a half, and then we'll sit down and have tea and we talk. Of course, I'm not going to tell you about personal information of clients, because that's confidential and that's a promise I make with everyone, unless people gave me permission. But we sit down and it's life coaching as well. I really give them the truth, give them guidance in the life, the sort of questions that we ask. I'm frightened to change, my friends might leave me, or I want to tell my girlfriend that the relationship doesn't seem honest. We really get down to the honesty, and I find this is the most powerful part of my work. And the day game stuff, that's just icing on the cake. That's just the exponential, of that word right, effect of the change work I do. So it's a combination of counselling and practical coaching. To be honest, I was doing this 2 years ago, but I was just sort of unconsciously doing it with guys. I was really listening to their problems and giving them solutions back, because I've been through all of this. It's just amazing to connect with people that are just exactly like me, different walks of life, but all going through the different stages of waking up. I think it's exciting for you guys to have a teacher that's always growing as well, and I'm always really honest as well. I just tell it how it is, and I'm in a great place in my life. So it makes me feel more qualified to teach more and to say more. And I'm still learning as well. I think I'm really confident I'm going to become a really great teacher, get better and better, because I want to be doing a lot more things. I'll talk about another video. So I was going to say, if you want to work with me on my 6 weeks program or boot camp, I've got a much better idea first. I've been doing lots of Skype coaching lately, and I'll be honest with you guys, about 2 years ago, a friend of mine recommended for my business, he said Skype would be great. It would be a great way for you to make money in your business, and it'd be a great way to teach people, reach people in America or any other country that couldn't get your courses. And at the first I was a bit like, I wasn't really feeling the Skype coaching, because I don't really like being online. I like working with people in person, because I always feel that's really where you get the best results. You can only do so much through speaking. I need to take people out and teach them how to meet women. But I've had to change that, because I started to do a lot of Skype coaching this year. For some reason, a lot of people wanted it, and it's a much more affordable rate to begin with than the 6 weeks program on the boot camp if you're a student or if you're on a smaller budget. And the change work has been fantastic. I can't name the people because I haven't got permission, but I've been working with several people for a few weeks over Skype, just doing an hour every week, and it's just been, honestly guys, it's shocked the pants off me. I will take the credit, and the change is amazing. I give them some exercises to go out and practice with a day game, but the honesty we have, it's like, don't be frightened by this word. Some people don't like the word. We do like a counselling session, and they just tell me open up to me, and as I said, I don't preach people's business, and people will tell me what they're struggling with their life. Usually it's with themselves, with insecurity, with jealousy, with fear, anxiety, social anxiety, struggling in the relationship, struggling with trust issues with friends, family, and the work I do is fantastic over Skype. It's not as good obviously as in person, but it's the next best thing, and that might be all you need. I've worked with a few guys and just done an hour, and they just said, oh, that's what I needed. I just need to speak to someone I trust, and just to tell them something that's been blackmailing me for years, or something that's been bothering me, I've been ashamed of. And I also do a lot of like sessions where I keep up to people's progress, really stay with them, just build a relationship really. Guys just become friends with me over Skype, and that has a profound effect on transferring into their social life, because this is all about getting the connection with the self right, and you can do that through speaking. And this is some of the stuff I do with my mentor. I go for a walk with him, but we sit down and just have tea and we talk, and it's just that real honest exchange. And when you have that with two people, you can get a friend to do it, but I think for most people it's difficult to sit with a friend and have this level of honesty and openness. I'm very comfortable with it because this is what I do for a living, and I love to do it, and I'm not coming from a place of being judgmental or judging you. I could never judge you guys. I love you guys. I've been through lots of insecurity myself, and I'm very secure, so I know what it takes. And I do a lot of work with people that have come from violent past, or were abused by a parent or whatever, or people that are insecure, haven't had many sexual experiences, whatever it is. This is all the area I work in. So if you want to do a Skype with me, the sessions are 1 hour long. They're £60 for an hour, so it's a great rate. I make my Skype rates very affordable. Some people charge really a lot. My other coaching, my premium coaching, is more higher end coaching, it's more expensive, but with the Skype I made it affordable so I can give everyone a chance to speak to me. You might just want to do an hour with me. You just want to have a chat with me. I'm very open, very easygoing, I'm very honest. I'll tell you what I know if I see you're struggling with something, and you might just want to ask me a few questions about improving with day game. You might not want to go as deep, you might want to go deep with me, you may want to build a relationship. But I think if you're thinking about taking a 6 weeks program or a boot camp, it's always good to have an hour. As a matter of fact now, I make it compulsory. Even if people decide to sign up, I make them do at least half an hour with me on Skype to have a face-to-face chat. There's a real healing in it, I can't explain it. It's better than the phone call or the email, but you have to send me an email first. And I really enjoy it. I really love doing it. I never thought I would. I love doing the coaching online. And then of course, if you wanted to do a 6 weeks program with me, or a 2 hour taster session in London, or a boot camp, or whatever, come to a seminar, you want to connect with me, this is a great way. I'd love to speak to you guys. I really enjoy it. So yeah, so that's what's on about waking up, and have a think about it, all right? Because it's this is life-changing waking up. So if you want to get in touch about the Skype coaching, I'm going to leave a link in the box below, and just send me an email, johnnyberber88@gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll arrange a time. I'm usually, the best time for me is in the evenings, because I do all my coaching in London sort of in the daytime up to about 6. I'm home, so I would usually be about 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening. I think that's convenient for most people who work. It gives me time to get home, be relaxed and have a chat with you. So yeah, I look forward to hearing you, letting you know I'm offering Skype coaching, of course, 6 weeks program, boot camp, everything's on my website. And thanks a lot guys for the support, I really appreciate it. I'm really excited about putting out new videos and stuff. And always let me know if there's more videos you want, if I've missed a certain topic, if there's something you really want to ask me, just send me an email and I'll respond to you, I'll do my best, alright? Alright, see you guys soon. And also check out the Alan Watts video. I've left the link here so you can watch the video on waking up. It's really exciting. And if you have had an awakening, let me know in the box below. I'd love to hear your story about what your experience was and how it was for you. And yeah, alright, pleasure. Thank you for listening. I'll see you tonight. Enjoy the process. Bye.